to let that slide. And at the same time, I've learned to respect other people's boundaries too. Like, boundaries aren't about pushing people away. They're about keeping your peace intact. And if I didn't have boundaries today, I know for a fact I'd still be stuck in the same cycles, the same relationships, the same just sadness, the same situations that had me drained and doubting myself, but not anymore, because I don't apologize for protecting my energy. I don't shrink myself to make other people comfortable. Having boundaries doesn't make me arrogant. It doesn't make you arrogant. It makes you aware. And that the awareness is what keeps you glowing and grounded. And how to set boundaries without guilt or fear? What you do is, if someone's calling me, right? And I know the conversation is going to be draining. And y'all know what I'm talking about. You know who it is. Y'all have in y'all life people. There's always one person or maybe a couple that will call you and they're talking about, hey, let me tell you what happened about me in this relationship. It's the same stuff over and over again, to the simple fact that y'all feel drained. You're like, you don't want to hear the negativity. You're trying to be there for that person, but it's going to drain you, full of negativity, just low energy. I'm not answering. I'm not even answering at all. I'm not going to answer. It's like, that's when you got to set boundaries. I'm not answering the phone if I know it's going to be full of negativity and the same drama. I'm sorry, but I'm not, okay? Especially if it's someone who never wants to hear anything positive, just someone who lives in a cycle of chaos and expects you to sit in it with them. No sir, no ma'am, not at all. I'm not doing it. I've done enough healing to know that I don't have to sit in energy that makes me feel heavy. I don't have to do that. See, I used to be the person who couldn't see the good. I felt like everything was just going wrong. But I made a decision to shift that, change the perspective, change the narrative, everything. Because I hit a point in life where I almost lost everything. Actually, I did. My stability, my peace, my sanity. And I realized that no one is going to come and save me. I had to protect me. Sometimes we have to really just take a pause, and I don't know if anybody, I'm not, all religious, but I know that I believe in God. And God had to humble me and take things, strip me down, and I can't go pointing fingers, oh, it was this person that made me in this situation. Things happen for a reason. Sometimes people come in your life to teach you something about, so you can be where you're at right now, how to have boundaries, to learn what that looks like, have respect for yourself. So it's not always a bad thing when you go through situations that makes you like, you know what, why am I going through this? And it makes, that person came in your life. They came into your life to show you the other side of you that you're capable of being a better you, okay? And some of y'all may be going through that right now. Set those boundaries. Like, now I listen to my spirit. I listen to my intuition. If my intuition says leave it alone or don't go left, go right, I'm gonna leave it alone and I'm gonna go right. You know what I mean? If it says, you know what, don't go to that party, something says really like don't go, and then all of a sudden, you know how you hear later, oh, let me tell you what happened at this party, came out and people were shooting or something. That's just an example, but because these things happen. Listen to that intuition. If something does not feel right, do not go and dismiss it anyway. Don't just ignore it, okay? Do not ignore it. Please hear me now. If something does not feel right and it keeps nagging at you and pulling on your spirit, do not just bypass it and ignore it, because then you're going to feel sorry about it. You're going to regret a lot. Because my thing is, if I feel tension and if my mood shifts by some